the topic is about mindfulness. So the first thing that I want that mindfulness is about is living in the moment. We are living in this moment right now. This life is the moment, and this is the moment that we're living in. So being conscious of the present, dealing with your presence. Understand that, we can get thrown off a lot because of all the stuff that we have to deal with, whether it be our kids and, our work, so on and so forth. But make sure that you live in that present moment. That helps with the natural essence of what you're trying to refresh for yourself, refreshing your thoughts and your thought process. So being in that moment, analyzing the beauty of things right now. So if I can analyze the beauty of something, I would say this is a nice little setup right here. I'm living in the present moment. So being conscious of your presence or your present moment and being mindful in that present moment does not mean that you think about what happened an hour before or what's going to happen an hour in the future. You think about what's happening right now. That's being mindful, thinking about the positive things that's around you, the trees and the keys on the laptop, just being mindful of the small things that we kind of overlook because we're moving so fast. That's being mindful in that present moment. So I just got a new lamp. So I'm looking at this lamp right now. It's not too bad. Anyways, it's a beautiful lamp. So I'm looking at the things on there, the little glittery things. So that's being mindful too. I never really actually looked at it until now. But that's being mindful too. Admiring that furniture you just bought. Admiring your clothes or your outfit you just got. That's being mindful, living in that moment, okay? Stop listening to those negative people that's around you. I'm going to always talk about decreasing the negative energy around you, always, in every episode that I do. Don't allow people to dilute your presence and your present moment of what you're doing, because people can kill your thought process. So you'd be like, what is you even? So don't allow people to dilute your thought process, okay? Start doing what you like. I talked about that too. Start doing what you like to do, and just do it in that moment. I'm a spontaneous person, and sometimes it gets me into trouble, and sometimes it allows me to appreciate a whole lot of things. So being spontaneous, but being cautious. Be cautious. And doing what you want to do. Make that wish list of what you wish to do before the month is out. So making a wish list. The second thing is accepting the things as they are. We cannot change people. The only people that can change people is themselves, right? So if I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. Dealing in mental health. So if I'm not going to take my medicine, if you could tell me to take my medicine all the time, but I'm not going to do it. If I don't want to stop drinking, then I'm not going to do it. Smoking, so on and so forth. So accepting those things as they are and understanding that you can't change. All you can do is kind of add some support or add a positive feeling to that person. And that's all you can really do. Thinking about the process also. So accepting that process of being mindful. Now, we all know the process is the most horrible space to be in. But the process of any goal, anything, the process is a horrible space to be in. But I'm going to tell you right now, the process produces growth, it produces maintenance, and it produces discipline. So even though that process space or, processing is not so comfortable to be in, it's producing all these things about yourself, all these things that you never even knew you had or never even thought you liked. That's what's so good about the process space, but it's so uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable. In that process space, you also kind of realize your gifts. Like, I didn't know that I could draw this good, or I didn't know that I could sing. During that process space, you learn, or you kind of learn the gifts that you have. And being in that process space too, because it's so hard and it's so draining. You want to be around those positive people too. So being mindful about the process space and understanding what you need in that process space, okay? The third thing is being visualization. So sometimes just close your eyes and just think about where you want to be and each step that you want to do to reach that goal. Now, I know it sounds corny. I know it sounds corny, but it works. I guarantee it works. When you get in a quiet space and close your eyes and think about where you want to go, it works. And you become a little bit more clear on where you want to go. During this process of, the closing the eyes and meditating, you're also transferring your mind or transitioning your mind. You're kind of changing the perception of the way you view things as well. So when you close your eyes and when you really think about what you want to do in life and what goals you want to accomplish, you're changing your perception on how you view things too. You're changing it into a more positive way as well. You're changing it into, you're thinking of positive things like, oh, I can do this, I can do this. All I got to do is go up here and speak with this academic advisor, and then I'm in school, and then I'm going to take these classes because I want to be this lawyer, I want to be this social worker, or I want to be this doctor, or I want to be this school teacher. So closing your eyes and really thinking about what you want, it helps. And I know it sounds corny, but it helps. I wouldn't tell you nothing wrong. I wouldn't tell you nothing that I haven't already practiced. Number 4 is mindful eating. And this is another corny one. So actually thinking about the things that you actually eat, actually enjoying the old saying, savoring the flavor. So actually savor the flavor. Like, those onions in here is good, or if they added too much pepper in it, or, they could have had a little bit more sage in this dressing, so really being mindful of your food and what you take in and actually focusing on those taste buds. That's mindfulness too. That matters. All these things of mindfulness, it decreases stress. Okay, and it allows your thought process to think a little bit better and a little bit more positive. Once again, I wouldn't tell you nothing wrong. The 5th thing is start your day off without gadgets. What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? Don't worry, I'll wait. What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? I know. You ain't gotta say nothing. I know. You get on that phone. You check that Facebook. You check them emails. No, I ain't checking no emails in the morning. Wait till I get to work. You turn on that TV. You watch the news. Try to see what's going on. You always have a gadget. So being mindful is the first thing that you pick up. Don't pick up a gadget. Meditate. This is a good time to close them eyes and think about the future and what you want. Meditation is the first thing that you need to be doing when you wake up in the morning. And I don't mean meditate for no 5 minutes. Meditate. Really get deep in those thoughts and try to change your perception about life before you start today.